address, your verification, everything. It's difficult to type in all that thing. So what they do is that it's a very Indonesian way. So you register for an account, you get your KTP, your ID card, you take a picture of your ID card, there's a picture there, and you take a picture of your credit card, done, then you send it to the system, to the server. The server will verify that, then your account is linked, approved. The next time you do transaction, then you just say, yes, I want to pay using a mobile phone number, done. This solution not needed for US. Nobody think about that because you don't have that problem. But this guy is so genius, right? They think of something very simple. And now they have not launched it just on beta. Every day they got 15 new users. Have not really promoted yet. Yeah, and they are in talk with some guys that really want to work with that. So there's a lot of like smart things that you can do, yeah, and can make you big. Yeah, so by then when Google comes into Indonesia, say, this interesting company can help on my payment. So I think it's a chance for you to do something different.
Yeah. How popular is the Alipay in
There's no Alipay.
No, Alipay is not Alipay. Right.
Yeah, but I want to add, like Pani said, like there are so many problems in Indonesia, but this problem were faced also were faced by also like founders and entrepreneurs in India, in China, maybe 5 years ago, 3 years ago. They face the same problem, but they can solve it, you know, and they can solve it, and then the internet market, internet industry, local international is so huge, so big, right? So why cannot we solve that same problem also in Indonesia?
So I think that the one who's gonna solve it, I mean, Google don't solve any problem in China. The one who solved that problem is the Chinese company. They have that local wisdom to solve it, right? You have the knowledge. You train with the F1 driver, yeah. So you can find out, okay, I think we can do something good, yeah, to solve that because you also have that local wisdom. Yeah, look at all that. Alipay is like a China style. Like they do it their own way, and a lot of other solutions in China, it works because like they work around all the problems, the local problems. Well, there's a Great Wall, like blocking everything. There's a problem with the internet connection, with the stability. There's problem with trust. Yeah, there's problem with, let's say, verifying things. So I think we should be the one that's solving that. Because like for Google, for let's say whatever big market here, to look into this specific market for Indonesia, it'll take them maybe years before they can do something about that. That's all.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
We are all excited to start a company, but to start a company you need help.
Yeah.
Do you have advice in finding talents in Indonesia? Is it easy?
Yeah.
Is it abundant?
Okay.
Is it difficult?
So you're looking for like programmer basically, right?
Yeah.
Something like this, right? So I think the market is really hot also in Indonesia because we have some very good developers right there. As Andy mentioned before, like the winner of Create 4 Million application, like Nokia application is in Indonesian.
The global winners.
Global winners in Indonesian.
Indonesia.
Google Challenge is also Indonesian, and the first and the second one also Indonesian. Like the second one, Alvan said like from Singapore, right? But he is also Indonesian.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like BlackBerry Challenge is also Indonesian. So we have so many good, talented programmers, but
The global Olympic winners.
It's true. But I mean, it's like people from Singapore, people from Malaysia also realize it, so they enter the market in Indonesia. They set up their branch in Indonesia. They're hiring people too. So the market is hot, and it's difficult to get the talented programmers right now. But it's still there. I mean, like you still have a. Actually, what we are, and maybe I can talk about later. So we are gathering award-winning best developer in Indonesia. Right now, we have an initiative because we wanna expose them to international market. You know, the one who won that global winner of the Nokia Create Challenge. When I talked to him, and then who are your customers? Our local customers.
So
They
I think
never
that
sell as the service to international because even though they have a very good talent.
all these people that I think they aspire. They are all good engineers. Yeah. But the problem is that they don't have that exposure like what you get. So Indonesia, it's very hard to find information. Like the one that I share, these are Indonesian market. They don't even know because it don't appear in, let's say, whatever report. Nobody get that. Government don't share that information. So nobody know what to do, what to make. So the only thing that they can make is they copy whatever happened out there. When they read the text files, oh, this is good, then they do it. Yeah. So if you can combine, let's say, your knowledge, your understanding, because you go through that process, you know, okay, to make good product, we need to do a research. After we do research, we need to do a user test or whatever. So those are the proper way. But somebody making it, there's a lot of good talents. Yeah, so we are combining all that talents. We're looking into like a lot of good Indonesian companies, and they're eager to do something. If you can match your knowledge on the industry, your understanding of how to make good product with them, the engineering skill, I think a lot of interesting can happen. So there's a lot of clubs like for Indonesia. We run the club startup. We got like 1,000 names of all like top, like really passionate people who want to do that. I run Mobile Monday. Yeah, we got like 3,000 names, like people in the mobile industry. In Founder Institute, we have a lot of mentors like Abi Harasan, who's really excited, passionate to help the industry. Because like what we said earlier, like Profit mentioned, if you don't have anyone to hold your hand and like say unlock the door for you, it's gonna be very hard to do it for Indonesia. In Indonesia, under Founder Institute, we have like 32 mentors here. We have 32 mentors, including guys like Abi Harasan, another venture capital. We got like a director from a carrier, from a telco. Yeah, so if you have problems like navigating the telco, we have a mentor actually, which is like it is there. We got like a guy who's actually the second largest handset vendor in Indonesia. They even sell more phones than Nokia at one point of time. It's a local company. Yeah, he's one of our mentors. We get like the wealthiest lady in Indonesia, also our mentor, and he's teaching legal for us. And there are all these people willing to help. But now, I think maybe Edison later can share. What is your view like with Indonesian startups that doing it? What is it? Is it quality problem or?
Well, yeah.
How come there's so little companies being invested?
So, first of all, I want to answer your question. So, the answer is depend on what type of the engineer you're looking for. There is so good engineer, but they are lack of the experience. Almost no engineer is existing who have ever experienced huge traffic, to manage the huge traffic. You know, hundreds, thousands of the unique visitor per day. Those kind of experience, almost nothing. So, so those young programmers don't know what happened if we got that kind of big traffic will happen. So what I want to say is that, of course, tons of the experienced programmer is here in Silicon Valley, and so many experienced programmer in Japan also. But in Indonesia, it's hard to find that. So it's okay to create something. They can create Facebook, Twitter, anything, but they cannot manage. That's the problem, I think. So that's why I want you guys to share the knowledge, those kind of skills, and so that's a good combination, I think. Yeah. Very good young talent and very enthusiastic, enthusiastic programmers. And you are the knowledge and skills.
Can I ask a question around that talent pool?
Could we hold that for later?
Sure.
So I'm just curious. So what do you think, as a VC, what do you think of the most popular markets, like verticals right now in Indonesia? What are the verticals that a lot of companies are going in right now? And second, what are the gaps that you think is there but it's not yet explored?
Well, as as an investor, that one of the most important things is the timing, of course, momentum. So like I said, China, India is very good market, but it's already happened. It's very small space for newcomers. But in Indonesia, almost nothing at the moment we started our activity. So that's a very good chance. And but we find the difficulty after we started our activity. So one of the reasons, there is so many reasons, it's easy to say ecosystem is not so mature, but it's very complicated and there is so many aspects. So for example, like I said, there is so many enthusiastic, excellent talent, but experience is not so much. So that's one of the reasons. And the second reason is, every developing country facing that kind of problem, but Indonesia is also facing the problem that infrastructure of the business is very slow because of the government or because of the rich conglomerates. So that's kind of it's a good aspect and bad aspect, not bad aspect, difficult aspect, I say. We have some similarity with Korea. Korea is also very, government is very strong, and rich conglomerate is very strong. So in those countries, challenger is hard to challenge something. So we want to help those challengers to face. Anyway, we sometimes find difficult. For example, there is a regulation for the foreign investors, and recently they raised the bar for the foreign investors. They have to grab at least $1 million to investing in the Indonesian company for us, for foreigners. So that kind of difficulties we sometimes find in Indonesia. So both aspects. Momentum is okay, but there is so many problems we have to solve. But my answer is basically huge demand will solve those kind of problems. So I see the very positive way, positive future.
I think bureaucracy is always a problem. It's nothing new for us. But I think we are known as our resilient and our resourceful to get around that. Yeah, I think as Indonesians, we know the way. Yeah, let's go here, let's get there, pay something, and we can make it happen. So I think we need that on IT as well. Yeah, so we don't have problem with there's no payment, there's no delivery, there's logistic issue, there's so many things, but I think you guys should have the ways. Yeah, you guys have the professional, you are the professional. Yeah, you know how to do program well, you know how to do products well. Yeah, then you can hook up with your friends in Indonesia who know how to coach well. Yeah, then you're gonna have like around you people who can help to make things happen. So Indonesia is difficult if nobody like get you and unlock the door for you. But if you know the right people, like something very difficult thing can be very easy, right? Yeah, because of that, right? Yeah, so I think you guys should know how to do that. Yeah, that's why I think that with big challenge, there comes a big opportunity. And the time is now. Everybody agree. The time is now. So it will be much faster. Yeah, if we can be the one that catalyst that push this forward. Yeah, we cannot wait like for Facebook to solve the problem in Indonesia. Yeah, they open the door. Like Google comes in, they help to do the education. Now people can use internet. People have free emails. Yeah, but what's next? Our specific problem, we have to solve it, and we can be the king for that.
Yeah, I have 3 questions for each one of you. So for Andy, in one of your slides, you talk about the digital advertising is only about 2% out of the roughly about $2 million for advertising market. What's your opinion? Why that is quite low, given that you have a large mobile user base? Right? So question number one for you, and for Takeshi-san, question on the talent pool, right? Do you have any idea in terms of the source of these talent pools, especially talking about software engineering developers? Yes, they might not have the same type of experience like people here, but at least they know how to code in Python. They maybe know Ruby Rails and so forth. But how many? You have any idea how many total number of graduates from local university can actually fill that market? And the question for you, Nofi, is around. No, I forgot. What was the question?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, so first question.
You can think about that.
So reason why mobile advertising is digital advertising very small. Combination of few things. One is that it's an early stage, so you still need to convince the advertiser, the brand, to spend money on advertising. So what they do is they say, all right, this is a new thing called digital advertising. Should we do something? All right, we allocate 2%. Just to try experimental. So they try to make experiment in that. So this one reason why it's small. So within time, then when they study, they do more experiment, then they increase it. This one thing. Secondly, also is that because they're not